Hey guys, this is day 4 of my video series, but also day 4 of my hamstring injury, which I'd like to say is moving along nicely. I'm still not healed. That's going to take a little bit longer, but at least I know my limitations. I can move around a little bit better. Still moving around with a limp, but I feel like things are going to be good within the next couple of weeks, and I'll be able to do some rehab stuff. It's made me think a lot about injury and aging, actually. How, as we get older, our bodies are a little bit more sensitive. They're not working as well as they used to. And I'm only 32, but definitely as a trainer, I need to think about these things. And as somebody who is over the age of 35, 40, and even older, we need to consider that too. That we don't move as well as we did when we were young. You know, it's easy. You get hurt and you bounce back from it in no time. And even when we aren't injured, you know, sometimes just the simple fact of recovering from a really hard workout, as you get older, may take a couple days longer than somebody else. It's difficult because now a lot of gyms, such as my own and other small group training facilities where we have different age groups, varying fitness levels, within the same group, it's easy to compare ourselves to that 20-year-old when we're 45 and kind of get upset and frustrated that we're not moving as well as they are. Well, you know, I'm sorry to say, but your system is a little bit more sensitive than theirs is. There are two things that we really need to consider, that you have to consider when you're lifting weights, when you're really doing anything. One of those things is technique. Technique is how we move, how efficiently we do it, pretty much the quality of movement. That there is a technique with slight variations, but there is a solid technique that we need to start with squats, with bench press, overhead press, any one of our strength training movements, even some of our cardio movements such as running, rowing, cycling. There is a efficient way to move. And this is going to help later on reduce the risk of injury, because everything is going to be in the proper alignment, the right muscles are going to be firing at the right time, and we're going to be able to get the most out of it. The other side of that is the intensity. This is how fast we move, how hard we push, how heavy we lift. These two things are battling one another. It's actually more of I'd say it's a challenge in patience. And this is really, really important. Whenever you're learning new movements, you're learning new techniques, and I see this all the time, is trust me, do not fight your coach when it comes to technique. Do not try to push yourself to the intensity end of the spectrum before you know how to move efficiently, because I've seen it time and time again. It's only a matter of time before the intensity is going to break your body down. You're not going to be squatting properly and your knees are going to hurt. You're not going to be lifting weight properly overhead, so your shoulders are going to hurt. Your back's going to hurt when you deadlift. All these things can crop up because we ignore that simple fact of there is a efficient way to move, and we need to follow this efficiency, this proper movement pattern, whatever you want to call it, before we start to really challenge our system. And this doesn't mean that, oh, well, things are going to be easy and I'm not going to get a good workout, and then I just want to get that good workout. One of the things you can do is, as you're working on your technique, is add more reps, add more sets. If you can't go heavy and you can't go fast, then just do more reps. The great thing about doing that is you're going to ingrain in your system the proper way to move, the proper way to function. Then when it comes time to moving faster or moving heavier, everything is going to be locked in. All those smaller little muscles, all those little stabilizer muscles that would have been pushed to the limit when you go fast and when you go heavy is now, through just consistent practice, going to be locked in, going to be strengthened, and now your whole system is going to be ready for the task and there really isn't going to be any weak link. So, the take-home message: learn the proper technique, learn the proper way to move with all movements, all basic movements. And then after that, once you feel confident, be able to push it a little bit faster, a little bit harder. There's nothing wrong with doing it right. There's everything wrong with there's a lot to be said for moving right, because it's only a matter of time before that system is going to break down. It may take one workout, it may take hundreds of workouts, but trust me, those injuries will crop up. I've seen it time and time again. So learn the proper way to move, and then once you do that, you can start to have fun with the weights. But be patient with it. It's a process, and that process, hopefully, in the end, is going to lead you to success and a lot of great results. So, technique, intensity second. See you tomorrow.